Alright, let's get into round 5. So far we've just seen a bunch of aggro decks as the matchups. Round 1 was Blue-Eyed Ensoul, round 2 and 3 were both different people playing mono black vampires, and round 4 was the Boros Loris burn deck. Apparently we've been pretty lucky against aggro decks so far, so it wouldn't hurt my feelings if we see another one. But I'm happy with whatever matchup we see next. Our last round against Burn in Game 2, I think that's the only time so far this league that I've sided out Antiquities Wars. The main reason being is specifically against Burn, and also against some other of the hyper aggro decks. The fact that Antiquities War doesn't generate a creature the turn that it comes down unless you draw like an Ornithopter or something is just kind of awful. Most of the time, Antiquities War's role is, like, I already have blockers and a board established, and I just want a clock that says if you don't deal with this in 2 turns, you're gonna die. And that's usually how it operates, but just specifically against Burn, because they're trying to kill you on, like, turn 4 most of the time, and are able to shock and kill your blockers while still attacking in for damage with prowess creatures and stuff like that. Makes it much more difficult to have a wide board when it comes down. Hopefully we don't get stuck looking for an opponent for 10 minutes or something. That would kind of suck. Definitely happens sometimes though, and we're stuck on an odd number of active players, so that might be why this is happening. I'm glad I'm 3-1 right now. Hopefully I'll get to 4-1. I'm kind of low on play points right now just because I've been mostly playing Modern poorly instead of playing Pioneer, which I'm a bit better at right now. But I'd really like to get back up to at least a few hundred play points so I can just keep playing leagues for free forever. It feels really good. While we're waiting on the match to show up, just in case this is your first of these videos, which it shouldn't be, you should go rewatch the other ones so you can see what I'm talking about. But this is the deck we're playing. At this point, maybe other than Hope of Girapur, I think we've seen all these cards at least do something that are in the main deck. And we've seen some of the sideboard cards we haven't seen, like the counterspells and combo hate, really come in, just because we've only been seeing aggro decks so far. Which, hey, it's been fine so far, so I'm not complaining, but I would like to show you guys how the deck plays against, like, for instance, the Jeskai Ascendancy deck that's been more popular lately, or the newer version of the Lotus Field deck. Even a control deck would be kind of interesting to see at least, but it'll be a much longer video, I'm sure. Looks like we're stuck in loading forever. Back down to an even number of players, that's good at least. Maybe that'll get us in. So I talked about it a bit in last episode, but one of the reasons that I like this deck so much is Sai specifically making these cards that are usually only good on like turn 1 much better even later in the game, because you'll be able to make a wide board very quickly. Ornithopter doesn't feel like as dead of a draw when you get it off of like an Antiquities War and have a Sai in play, for instance. Same case with Springleaf Drum. It makes everything at least a 2-for-1, which is nice. One thing that I have thought about with the deck is, like, Antiquities War digs 5 cards deep, but you're not necessarily guaranteed to hit a card because only about, I think it's about a third of our deck is artifacts, maybe half. So I think I would like to improve the artifact count a little bit, but I don't know what I would cut for it. On the die roll, yep. Ugh. This is definitely land heavy, but we have one of the better cards in our deck, and let's say like this Field of Ruin was gone or something, I would definitely keep this 6-card hand, so I'll keep it. Just to try to avoid being too greedy and mulliganing a hand that I shouldn't. We're also set up to where if we draw one of our 4-drop win conditions, we'll be able to play it on turn 3. Let's play Darksteel Citadel Springleaf Drum on turn 1. No point in hiding what we are from our opponent. Oath of Nissa. Makes me think it's the mono green. Yep, mono green ramp. Okay, so this is not an aggro deck, but it sort of is. I'll go ahead and play Hangerback Walker here. Mono green ramp is a really interesting matchup. Ranger class, okay. Hangerback Walker again. I'll play Field of Ruin and play Sai and pass. This way I can roll up Hangerback Walker at the end of my turn, at the end of his turn rather. And I played Field of Ruin because this way if he plays like Nykthos or something, I'll have the option to double Field of Ruin. Even though I think I'm probably just playing Hangerback Walker and making a Thopter next turn. Against this deck, flying creatures are particularly good. Like if you play an Ornithopter on turn 1 and then either Ensoul or Blackstaff it on turn 2, that's very, very good. Vivian, okay. Probably just puts counters on his creatures here, yeah. Yeah, I definitely would have blocked with Hangerback Walker, so that was wise, because I would have gotten in at Vivian and he wouldn't have been able to tutor with it. Ensoul, that's a good draw. So let's see. Get rid of Nykthos. It's possible he has another one in his hand, but we'll at least make him have it. Gonna play another Field of Ruin, play Hanger Backwalker as a 1/1, gets a free Thopter, and then I can roll up this Hanger Backwalker at the end of turn. I would really like to draw Antiquities War soon, because I think that's going to be the best way that we have to win this game, is just make a bunch of flyers and try to kill them all in one go. But ensouling a Thopter and getting it a few times is also a decent option. Because our opponent didn't make a single one of their creatures a 4/4, they're not going to be able to fight and kill Psy. At least that I know of. Well, actually they do have Ranger class that they could have done, but they chose not to. Elvish Mystic. Okay. So they should have 6 mana next turn no matter what. That's fine. I'm going to block. And in doing so, get rid of a decent amount of their devotion, while also making 3 boys, so I'm essentially not losing anything. I'll take the 4 from this guy because I don't really have a decent way of blocking it. Emery's a good draw. Emery with Hanger Backwalker could be really good in this matchup. I'm for sure going to kill Vivian here. Because I don't want them to be able to tutor. I'm not going to Field of Ruin Castle Garenbrig, I don't think. Just because they're most likely going to have enough mana next turn anyway to have 6 mana. And I'd rather wait for another Nykthos to come down, but I will play Emery. Well, they're definitely going to have 6 mana either way next turn because they would just get another forest and still have 6 or 7. Ranger class, whatever. Level 3, so they didn't have anything to play this turn at all. Elvish Mystic, that's fine. I really wish I could see the top of their deck. But, oh well. Can't have everything you want, I guess. One, two, three. Yeah, it's just not really worth it. I'm going to block this next turn, I think. Because I'm going to play another Hanger Backwalker or Steel Overseer. Damn, I milled a Steel Overseer. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Roll that up. Do I want to draw a card with Psy? Probably not. Springleaf Drum's a good draw. Lets me keep going wide. I'm gonna go ahead and get Steel Overseer. I can block 6 power without leaving back this 5-drop now, and 6 doesn't kill me anyway. So I'm gonna pressure my opponent. We have a decent chance that they're just going to be able to die soon, too. So let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we should be able to kill them next turn by just tapping Steel Overseer and attacking with all our flying creatures. So if they just play a bunch of dudes and don't present lethal damage or something else that's ridiculous to us, we should be fine. So it's possible I just roll up Hanger Backwalker and chump block with it in that case. What I was thinking is like block with that and a couple tokens, but since we just sort of have lethal and this doesn't have trample anymore, that seems like a decent option. Ranger class doesn't get trample, does it? Nope. 3. I wonder if they're casting off the top of their deck or their hand. Voracious Hydra. Okay. She'll steal Overseer, I assume. That takes us off of lethal for next turn, but we still have it soon. Yeah, they cast off the top of their deck. Yeah, they've got to be killing Steel Overseer here. It's the only thing that makes sense. So I could sacrifice Steel Overseer to draw a card, since we're not having lethal next turn anyway. And try to draw another Ensoul, which would give us lethal. Killing a Thopter. Weird. In that case, I definitely sacrifice that. Antiquities War is a decent draw. Hopefully we should have lethal before it ultimates, but it'll at least give us the clock that we like having. 6. Vorinclex? Vorinclex. Ugh. That's very annoying. Vorinclex has trample. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn it, I should have left Backhanger Backwalker. Oh well, I'm gonna block with the Thopter token. Take 7. Untap. Play an island. Play Antiquities War. God damn it, it doesn't do anything. Oh my god, I'm silly. Alright. Let's play Ornithopter. Cast. I think that Vorinclex probably just closed the window we had to win this game, since Steel Overseer does a total of nothing. I doubt that they're going to give us a chance to trade for it, but if they attack with it here, if they don't attack with it here, at least we can block and kill other things and they don't have trample. So it gives us time. I shouldn't have ran out Antiquities War, that was pretty silly. I'm probably going to sacrifice Springleaf Drum, Darksteel Citadel, or Springleaf Drum and something that I'm chump blocking the wolf with. Alright. This is bad. It's very bad. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jesus. Emery dies probably. Yep. So that's 10 power. So I need to block 8 toughness on it. Let's see. Which is going to kill our Psi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Block here. Yeah, I'm just definitely dead. Yeah, that's not enough. Alright. Well, at least this is not a typical aggro deck, so it'll be interesting for people to watch. Phyrexian Revoker is pretty good in this matchup. Disdainful Stroke is very good in this matchup. Negate's pretty good in this matchup because they play a bunch of Planeswalkers. Whirler Rogue I might bring in. Cards that aren't so good. It's weird because a lot of cards that are good in our deck are really bad as soon as Vorinclex comes out. I'm going to cut Witching Well. I'm going to cut a Karn. Gonna cut. I liked Psi in that matchup. Hangerback Walker was okay too. Maybe I don't bring in Whirler Rogue. Maybe I cut Hope of Gearper, because it only really stops Planeswalkers. And I think I go down to 2 Antiquities. Well, I might cut the other Karn. I think I cut the other Karn. I think the plan is I just want to be able to kill them before Vorinclex comes down. So Negate's good for stopping Planeswalkers. Disdainful Stroke hits most of the threats in their deck. Phyrexian Revoker, depending on when I get it, I'm either going to be naming like Elvish Mystic or a Planeswalker. And then I want Psi into Antiquities War before they get to play their big boy. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright. It's possible I should bring in Damping Sphere. But sometimes it's just a dead card because they don't always have Nykthos, and sometimes they can just cast their stuff without actually using Nykthos, so I don't think it's that necessary. And it'll probably just slow us down since we're trying to be the more aggressive deck here. This hand is okay. They're playing green, so they could have like a Naturalize effect for Steel Overseer, but if not, we have a decently fast hand here. They mulligan to 6. I'm going to play Stonecold Serpent on 1. I'm going to offer them the trade on their Dork, because I doubt they'll take it, but even if they do, I'm fine with it. Yep, didn't take it. Steel Overseer. And hopefully we just get to kill them before they play a thing that stops Antiquities War. What did they reveal? Castle Garenbrig, not the end of the world. That is not a Vorinclex. It only helps cast Vorinclex. I also wouldn't be against drawing a Disdainful Stroke or a similar card here. Natural State, that's really annoying. But Stonecoil Serpent is able to get through / block Burning Tree Emissary forever, so that's nice at least. Springleaf Drum, okay. Island, Hangerback Walker. Okay. I'm not going to attack here just because the 1 damage isn't really worth it compared to blocking Burning Tree. And let's just hope that he doesn't get up to 6 mana before we have our turn 6. Didn't attack, cool. 2 with Spirit Dragon. Let's play Antiquities War. Phyrexian Revoker, cool. So my options are I can either roll up Hangerback Walker this turn or play Springleaf Drum. I think I'd rather roll up Hangerback Walker just in case he attacks. Because we're probably going to be able to play Springleaf Drum next turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And if he attacks with Burning Tree Emissary, I'm going to block with this as a 2-2 and get 2 1/1s. 6. Is this Vorinclex? Ugh. Alright. Let's roll up all Hangerback Walker. This is bad. This is really bad. I didn't even notice he got up to 6 mana already. Without the Llanowar Elves, that is. Okay, so I take 1,000,000. Stonecoil Serpent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stonecoil Serpent's gonna be small, isn't it? Half that many. Ugh, rounded down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we can be slick. Let's name Elvish Mystic, because that takes him off of 2 mana. Let's see if he attacks with Vorinclex, because I will block the shit out of that. And just hope that he doesn't have a natural state or something. Still. He only has 2 cards in his hand, so it's possible that he's running out of steam, but he didn't play a land last turn, I don't think. So I'm not very hopeful for that. He could have like a 4-drop Planeswalker here. Playing Vivian and making Vorinclex larger to where we can't trade for it would be really disheartening. It looks like that's what's happening. Voracious Hydra, okay. What does he kill? Probably Phyrexian Revoker. Yeah. So now he can attack with Vorinclex. We can't kill it. I'm gonna go ahead and animate Mutavault. No blocks. The reason I animated Mutavault there is just so he can't attack with these profitably. One, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna have 2 counters on it. Is that good enough? Not really. Maybe our opponent just attacks weird or something. But I'm pretty sure we're just dead because he played Vorinclex early as shit this game too. Ugh. What is this? Vivian. Yup. Well, we're definitely dead. I'm just gonna let him kill us though. See what he tutors for. What fun stuff he has. Ulamog. Rude. What's he exiling? Probably those two, yep. Well, I'm deader than hell. GG's to our opponent. And we finished the league 3-2, which is awfully medium. Alright, thanks for watching along with me.